Thank you, Patrick. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again here for joining us on a beautiful Saturday. Actually, we're at another Thursday night.
Thursday, baby. All right.
Thursday night pregame podcast. What are we pregaming this year or this week, Pat? Another wedding.
The nuptials of Mike Passa.
Oh, yeah.
How excited are we, Chris?
Not very excited.
Come on, show him a little excitement, no?
I'm sure you guys. I'm sure he's gonna have a lovely wedding and you'll have a lovely time.
I mean, we're gonna be at a table. We're gonna be at a table of like me, you, Lauren, and 8 people we don't know.
There might not even be because
we also may be at a table where there's like six people not there, and we may be the only 3 at our table.
How awesome would that be, though? We get all the food.
No, they just wouldn't put it down.
What if it's buffet style? You have to buffet style.
I would say that I would grab somebody's name tag that's at our table that was left up there, put it next to me, and be like, "That's my date."
He's in the bathroom.
Where I messed up was I could have gotten all Lauren's food at Ralph's wedding last year. He had lobster, steak. He had a really good soup.
Did Lauren not go to Ralph's?
No, there was unfortunately a time when she had some personal issues.
Oh, gotcha.
She couldn't go. So me and Chris partied like it was 1988 and didn't party at all.
Yeah, didn't do anything.
You know how that is, Pat. You know we got a little work ski when people put their weddings October 14th or October 16th, and you have a deadline that's October 15th.
Very much so.
Do you get it, Pat? Do you get it?
I got it.
How we doing, Pat? How was your week? How's work?
Work is work, man. Still there.
Oh, is it?
I mean, it's the middle of the week. You're 2 weeks being married. Ooh, this whole garden is that was stanky.
Oh, it's not that old. I bought it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, except for the wedding.
Yeah.
As you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, we are down a special host here. Didn't feel like showing up. That's okay. We're going to let it go. We're not going to talk about it.
Let him know.
Let him know, Chris.
He had a prior engagement.
He did. Well, he knew that we had talked about this last week, so any of his bullshit shenanigans.
Joe's not great with scheduling.
That's true.
He actually declined.
He's actually going to Notre Dame.
He actually declined the Hawks game that I bought for everybody, and then he's like, "I'm like, so you're not going to be able to make the game?" He's like, "Oh no, I'm going to make it." Like, but you declined the invite.
Did you invited? Did you send an invite?
Yeah, I sent a Google.
Yeah, he sent that out to everybody. I tentatively agreed.
Did I accept that or did I not?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm trying to find the topics for the week.
I can let you know.
Who are they playing, Pat? Who are they playing next week?
When we go, they're not. It'll be one of the New York teams. Not I think the Islanders.
Great. Couldn't get us the Rangers.
No, there's not a lot of Friday, Saturday games, right?
That's very true.
Really, this year? Why is that?
I have no idea. Their schedule is so whacked out. I have no idea what the heck's going on.
I did see that. I feel like the Bulls are the Bulls not in the in-game tournament?
No, they got booted like this. I think you get like 2 guaranteed games, and they've lost both of them.
Why is the tournament so early in the season?
So that they can focus on the playoffs in the later half of the season.
Does this tournament have any effect? Is it affecting your standings or no?
It just gives you it gives the winning team extra money. Yeah, it goes against your win-loss record.
So the Bulls, so they're okay.
So like,
is it single elimination? I don't know anything about this. Sorry.
I know it's like you play like a round, like you play like an early round game where you play like 2 or 3 games or something like that. Then whoever has so you're like each team is booked into like 3 divisions. So I think in the Bulls they had like the Heat, the Wizards, and some other crappy teams in the East. And so you get all 3 teams broken out into the East divisions, and then whoever has the best record, I think the top 2 teams in each division, in each pretty much division that they created, gets moved on to the next round. They play against each other, and the same thing in the West. And then you just keep going, and then I think like the last 4 teams played last night. I think it was the last 4 teams in the West played last night. I think it was the Suns, the Jazz, the Timberwolves, and the Spurs, maybe. I could be wrong, but I think those were the 4 teams that were left.
I'm surprised it is because don't players bitch about having to play back-to-back games as it is, let alone they played too many games.
Yeah, they weren't really playing like back-to-back games though. Like they kind of added this in as like the teams you're going to play this year and stuff like that. So they tried to keep everything kind of similar.
It makes no sense.
Here's why I chose this game, Peter. I'll give you the 4-1.
Great.
I didn't want to pick February because it was getting too much in the tax season. You know, they'll get a little later as you go in the year. So in January, they only had Friday, January 5th, which was right after New Year's. I'm not sure everybody want to do that.
Oh, yeah.
And then you got Saturday, January 13th. I figured somebody would be skiing that weekend, so I decided not to do that weekend, being a nice guy. And so the only other weekday.
I mean, you could have went with Nobody.
The only other weeknight game.
Because I'm not the one who goes skiing.
The
that
only
weekend.
other there's only other 2 other games that are. It's Friday, January 19th, or Saturday, January 27th. With Chris may or may not celebrate his birthday that Saturday, so I didn't want to steal Chris's thunder.
Maybe.
So just
whatever happens.
I was being a thoughtful guy here.
You're doing a great job. Hey, wait. I want to go back to this. They're not making any money. Or does anybody give any crap to this NBA?
The players are like big proponents for it. I think like the winning team gets like some big money out of it or something like that.
Well, I mean,
and I think it's like,
there's no publicity. There's nothing to it. No one's watching it. No one's talking about it. It's like the dumbest thing ever.
I didn't even know what was happening.
I didn't quite
later this season.
I didn't quite understand it myself. I thought it was going to be something like that happened.
Mid-season.
I thought it was going to happen in like January, where the teams get like kind of bored.
Yeah,
people will want to keep playing and stuff like that. It was like going to break up like the season, kind of. No, they literally did it like the first week. And
does anybody want to get on a little red-eye flight to Vegas, catch the Formula 1 race this weekend?
No. Max sent out an article saying like ticket prices were dropping like crazy though.
They went from $2,000 this time last year. They're less than $1,000 for grandstand, which is still insane.
Yeah, you could literally just rent where Gavin's thing was at, and you could sit look out the window and see it.
Yeah, it's crazy. He only gets that 1 week a year, right?
No, I think they get it multiple times.
Oh, okay.
I think maybe like I'm not sure. Maybe there's like Gavin can get like 1 weekend if he wanted it.
Oh,
or they have like friends and family. Okay. But it's owned by like I think James and his family. I think Gavin was saying. So they have I think they have it like for part of the.
It would have been nice to. I mean, I read some article that one guy didn't like it, but I think it's like a $500 million purse. I could be wrong. But
the race?
Yeah, I think it's like a insane purse.
There's like they've been talking about a lot of things about it. Like I guess like they rented out the Sphere for it. Like U2 got the boot until December, and they can't advertise like red, yellow, or blue on like the Sphere while the race is going on and everything like that.
Because
I think it's like colors that like people like. I think like when people are on the track, the racers, they're gonna be looking for those colors to like make turns and whatnot, know when to slow down and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that they can't advertise those colors.
Did you see that they're gonna do UFC fight in the Sphere?
Yeah, I did see that. That's crazy.
I did not see that. That's kind of interesting.
And not a lot of people in the Spear though. Then right though
18,000 I guess.
Oh really?
Oh, okay,
I'm not sure what the UFC is like, but I think with the concert it's like 7. It's like 18 people, but it goes like it's like straight up, which is kind of weird.
And then they were also talking about how the course is like extremely easy.
That's
like, driving wise.
That's what the one guy was saying. What do you got, Pat? What's the purse on it?
Get back to me on that one.
Pat's looking up something else that doesn't.
I'm looking up that. It doesn't.
I thought it was like a $500 million purse. The one guy, like the one top guy, doesn't like this. I think he's very much against it. But if you're into sex and you like paying for sex, if you're a race F1 driver, you don't have to pay for sex at one of the brothels in Nevada.
Oh no way! Get out.
Doesn't make your nigs. You're not supposed to, like boxing. You can't have sex beforehand.
That's a good question because you do lose a lot. Like I think you lose like 5 pounds.
They have to maintain their weight like because their car is designed for them being at like a certain weight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like if you can't like gain or lose weight over the driver, you have to maintain your weight.
Yeah,
whatever it is. Like
I'm sure right before race. Yeah, so during race season,
whenever you determine your like car weight to be, like you have to be that thing.
Yeah, but I bet you, but they lose a ton of weight.
You lose a shit ton of weight during the race. Yeah, so you have to like get it back.
I don't know if you've seen the full like picture of like the F1 now. It's crazy. It's got to be an absolute crap shithole in Vegas right now.
Here you go, Peter. There are no individual purses for winning an F1 race. The money comes at the end from each team's place in the World Constructors Championship. So the points won at the Las Vegas Grand Prix will go toward determining the final standings.
However, I do see where the $500 million came from. It says the series is targeting $500 million in revenue from the November race in Vegas.
Oh, okay. All right. Well.
So you were somewhere. You were on the line there. You're on the line.
So you don't get any money unless you do well unless you do well.
So it's not like golf. You don't get paid every time.
No,
but they get sponsorships that pay them, so they're getting paid for that.
That's kind of crazy. That really does make you want to like that one dude who's the guy who's killing it always. You got to be kind of pissed at him. You're probably going to throw him into the
who wants
track, huh?
You know who wants sponsors? UFC fighters. They want the Condom Depot back.
Oh yeah,
hell of the Condom Depot.
That really changed the game for UFC for me. Like, hey, first of all, there were some big matches last week, some big knockouts. The guy, the crazy Russian guy who hangs out with trees, he got knocked out, which I thought was not a great call by the ref.
With the Yuri guy?
Yeah,
He's not Russian.
whatever he is, he's some European craziness. What nationality would it be?
He said he was out.
Czechoslovakian.
Yeah, I think so. He said he was out though after the fight. He's like, I was out. Yeah.
Oh, was he really? It did not look like
He
it.
said, yeah. He said I was out. Yeah.
And then the big boys. That also looked like it was. That one might have been more of a. That dude was pretty out cold.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, that was quick too. I think it was like 2 minutes into the first round. But here again, there's so many UFC fights. I can't tell you the last one. When was the last one we caught?
They're also doing like interim fights all the time.
Yeah. When's the last time we saw?
But I mean, like that's like the thing. Like you go and like they load up a card. So like they load up 3 cards a year. They load up Super Bowl weekend card. They load up the July card, and then they load up the card in New York all the time. So you get like 3 championship fights on one card. You're not paying attention to it, and like half the other cards are just garbage cards that you really don't want to go see. So like you stop paying attention for like a while, and then
you have no idea what's going on.
Exactly. And then all of a sudden you're back, and like all of a sudden you hear about like, oh, the great UFC fights this week. Like, wait, what?
There's honestly just too many fights.
I was interested in the one, but it was in Abu Dhabi. I wanted to see the
Sugar Shane one, or no?
Volkanovski fought the guy again, where on short notice. I was kind of interested in that one, but that was in Abu Dhabi at 12 o'clock on a Saturday. So
I was interested in the Sugar Sean one, but I think that one was kind of early too, wasn't it?
no, we watched that one.
Did we? No, we didn't watch Sugar Sean win the title.
No, we did not watch that one.
No, we didn't see that
We
one.
watched one before that.
I think that was kind of early. That's like the Tyson Fury Francis fight. That was an early fight.
Yeah, that was Abu Dhabi.
That was like at, what, 5 o'clock Vegas time when we were out there.
That actually would have been funny. That would have been actually worth watching, right?
Oh yeah, he got ranked because of that fight.
Yeah,
That's insane. And that was supposed to be a joke fight. And that pushed what's his face's fight back. His next fight, Tyson Fury, he's now fighting in 2024.
He took it as a joke fight, and that's what happens.
That's true. Because he could have, and he did get knocked down. He should have probably lost that fight.
I look like it sounded like he did lose the fight. Honestly,
I don't know.
boxing, man. Boxing.
Yeah. Well, that's why the UFC is so much better. Well,
it's better. It's better for the fans to see the fights they want to see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's better for the fighters.
I don't know. Those judges are still pretty bad sometimes.
Yeah, they are.
No, you're right. And well, that's what Dana White says. Don't ever let it go to the judge's hands. You know.
I'm trying to see the last UFC pay-per-view that we saw. By the way,
It's tough. We haven't seen. And when are they bringing it back to Chicago?
Never. They don't need to.
You don't. Do they not just do?
They literally can just go. Like they probably can go to Abu Dhabi and get a bunch of money from them.
do we watch Portier and Gaethje too?
I thought we may have.
Who else on the card?
Jan Blachowicz versus Alex Pereira.
No, I don't think we saw that card.
That was in July.
The last one we saw was at the over/under, right? And we got food.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. All right, let's start with a little bit of topics. Unless you got something going on, Chris. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well.
Yeah. How's that energy drink tasting?
Not too bad.
You know,
Britta Peachy.
we did you guys get your Coors Light onesies?
I've not gotten it yet.
I've got mine, and I
It's in the mail, but I haven't gotten it.
Oh, you did buy it though.
Yes.
Yeah, I still need to buy it.
I bought mine, and I bought myself
I'm
something else.
waiting for a Black Friday sale.
Well, it's already. I mean, it's $50. Not that.
I want bargain basement deals only from here on.
I wanted to test it out beforehand, so if I need to get something different, I can.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's a good call.
I think the last one we saw was when we watched Adesanya versus Pereira, and we watched Burns versus Masvidal in April of last year of 2023.
It's possible. Very possible.
Could be.
And that one I feel like we watched in the I think we watched that one in the over under, I believe.
All right.
Anyways, unrelated. Move on.
Okay. What was I going to say? Oh, did you guys see? So I sent you guys a couple topics. The Nigerian woman's world's longest wig measuring at 1,152 feet.
It seems a bit excessive.
I don't understand why you would do that, but okay.
Seems like a lot of.
Can you
seems like a lot of weight in your head.
Can you just imagine trying to walk with that thing?
No.
It cost $2,500 to make, and it all was connected to one piece. Like she made it out of one piece. Like
Yeah, she got a bicycle helmet. Yeah, it's crazy. I read the art. I read the whole entire
insane.
article. It's
Is there a
nuts.
picture of this thing?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
huge. They had to stretch it along the highway to measure.
Oh,
it
you're
out
right. She
fully.
did. Yeah.
It's
Yes. It's so insane.
Yeah, they had no idea what exactly how to where to go and measure it. So she just put it against the highway in between the two towns, and that's how they measured it.
Holy Jesus, that is insane.
The thing is huge. I can't. I don't understand.
So I'll post the article. It's crazy to me. And then there's another one. There's another. Did you see the other world record?
the lady where she knitted or crocheted for 34 hours.
hours.
I mean, I'd probably pee myself 8 times.
You have to get the stadium caddy for Chris.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like the lady's like, she was like fed and giving drinks to her by her kid. The husband went out and got a bunch of witnesses and other things to come watch her do this. Is crazy.
30. What's the longest you can stay up? I don't think
God
30.
Damn, that's really long.
Yeah, it's insane. It's ugly too. Like, why would you do that?
Well, it's just like it's like in yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
It's ridiculous.
I mean, yeah, 34 hours. I mean, that's pretty much almost a day and a half.
Can you?
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
It's just under a day and a half, Chris. Under 2 hours.
Yeah, she was in the article. They said that they were just like feeding her coffee and energy drinks. Like she would sip energy drinks through a straw. Fancy lady, but you know.
Do you think people like go through?
I don't need my energy drink through a straw.
So the reason she did it, Pat, sorry not to cut you off, but the reason she did it, she wanted to break a world record.
Yeah. So
And-
do you think people just like go through Guinness World Records? And like,
Yeah.
I can do that. I can do that.
And she wanted it
I'm
to be
sure.
meaningful to her. Her grandmother taught her how to crochet.
Okay, so that's a nice story.
What the hell did she? Do you think she made anything in 36?
Yeah, she made a. Did
hope
you read
so.
the article? She made a blanket, and she donated the blanket to a school charity, and then some lady or somebody that knows her spent $2,000 on it at the charity, and then gave it back to her as a gift.
Wow,
Yeah, so she made a $2,000 blanket.
that's pretty crazy.
I mean, $2,000 for 34 hours of work's not so terrible, I guess, right?
No, but it also it went to a good thing. Where we talked last week, where we were talking about all these weddings, and like a big portion of our group of friends is now becoming married, and we're not going to have as many going forward. And we talked about how do we throw a party like that, and just so kind of like once a year or once every 2 years. And it came up that maybe you try to figure out a charity that you're interested in, and just throw a ball every year and have a blast. And it goes to a good cause.
You could do that.
Spend a little money, have people come in, pay to come, get $300 a person, get a nice dinner, and you get to dance and drink all night.
Sounds like
It sounds like a party.
yeah, sounds like a good idea.
All right, so get on that, Pat.
Why am I getting on that?
You're the idea guy.
Yeah, your wedding was tremendous. You and Katrina could take care of this. Is Katrina taking your last name? No.
No, Pat's taking her last name.
Oh yeah, Patrick Myers.
Yeah, that's why I wrote it on the card like that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I saw that dickhead.
All right, Mr. Myers. Yes,
That was
that was
Nailed
awesome.
it.
That's really creepy.
That was great, Chris. No, okay, that's good. There's actually an article I read that a woman put out there and when I say I read this article, I read the title of the article.
That's a smart move.
The lady said that guys don't. I honestly think it was like straight cis males don't understand what it takes for when a woman has to change her name to the last name of whatever.
It's up to her. I could care less either way.
Yeah, you didn't want to push it.
Didn't even thought of my. I could care less.
Me too. That's funny. I literally was like, no, you don't have to do that. I don't care about that.
I mean, if she wanted to, great. If she didn't want to, that's fine too. I could care less.
I just think it's a big hassle.
It is a big deal.
Yeah.
You have to go to Social Security change and all kinds of
Yeah,
Yeah.
forget it. Not worth it. And also, Davis, you're higher up on the alphabetical order. Like, you want to stay up there.
The odds are she'll want to get her name back at some point anyways.
Nah, it's true. And it just makes it easier for you.
Yeah, just like you transition back.
That's hilarious. All right. Well, Pat, we think alike way too much. Okay, so wait. So why I brought these two new world records is, do you think there's a world record out there that we could beat?
What's the number?
I think a solid team record for the four of us, if Joe ever decides to show back up, Joe, we miss you, is how many Coors Light you can drink in 5 minutes. And I think we could put
I was about to ask.
That seems a little dangerous.
I was about to ask
I
what are the
don't-
Coors
yeah.
Light records?
I think we could do it, Peter.
I don't know that that's a Guinness World Record, though.
It should be.
Are these listed in Guinness.com?
I mean,
Let's see. Pat's going to look this up. But, Chris, is there any ones that are not drinking related that you think we could do as a team?
possibly stream the longest podcast.
Oh, we could do that. Oh, my God, but that would be hours and hours.
Maybe.
and
I'm
hours.
sure,
Maybe
yeah.
the most consecutive conversation with just wedding or movie quotes.
How many how many swears we can get in
In an hour
30-minute
segment?
Yeah,
Yeah.
30-minute podcast.
How many sexual windows can you get in a 1 hour podcast?
Oh, Mr. Anderson would kill that one.
Oh my God, it's ridiculous. Poor guy. All those sexual innuendos. He hurt his groin.
He pulled the muscle.
What was he doing? Was he doing deep roses in the basement?
Chris is showing him the deep rose. He really enjoyed those at your wedding. He wanted to figure out how to do it, and he tore his groin.
He pulled the groin on that one.
I don't know if you're being serious or not right now, but it's funny either way.
But no, he actually, unfortunately, has kind of hurt himself. So it is what it is. My Pat looks up that there are. Oh, did you guys, dude? I thought this was kind of a crazy story. Can you imagine if you're flying from Belgium and you're going to New York? You're on this big.
They were flying from New York to Belgium.
No,
I'm pretty sure it was. I read all these articles.
Oh, you're right back to. Oh yeah, I thought it was from Belgium. So they were going to New York and they had to go, or they were going to Belgium.
Yep.
And a horse got loose, and I guess this horse was just a complete asshole. Like they knew he was going to be an issue.
Wait, a horse?
Yeah. They flew. They were flying a horse from New York to Belgium.
Was it just a cargo jet? It wasn't with humans at all.
I think it was a cargo jet. So I think that's a huge thing. Because the same thing. I had the same idea. I'm like, how are they getting this horse on this plane? How are people on this plane with this horse? Like I couldn't imagine. Like I was thinking in my head, like how do you get a horse from one country to another when they're separated by water? And I'm like, shit, yeah, you probably the best way to do it would be because like you wouldn't want it on a boat for like 3 weeks.
No, but that's a good call. Here's the thing: who told them? Do you think they just heard that of the horse like running up and down?
I gotta imagine they got. I would assume that they have some type of crew on this because I'm assuming they're not only just taking the horse, taking other cargo. So maybe it's like animals that they're sending over there.
Somebody's got to be there with them.
Yeah, somebody's got to be there to watch them, feed them, stuff like that. Make sure nothing crazy happens. And then they saw this happen. They're like, yeah, we got to take the.
So I'm sorry. So on a flight from New York to Belgium, they were transporting a bunch of stuff. But one of the things that they were transporting was horses. I think it was like 6 stable horses. And they had this one that was just a real uppity. And they knew it was going to be an issue, so they tied him down.
A real Pat Lynch.
And
it's always one.
And it got loose, and it was running up and down the cargo. And so they had to revert back to New York.
A motherfucker.
Like
they had to drop.
Look at the other horses like, I'm free, bitches, I'm free.
They had to drop 20 tons of fuel so that they could come back.
Really?
Yeah,
where did they drop the fuel?
I don't know where they if you read the article, they dropped 20 because the horse was moving back, so it was like causing the plane to be like overweight on like certain sides and whatnot because the horse got out of its like harness straps and everything from where it was at and was moving back and forth on the plane.
You just like kind of trank this horse before you get on there?
It's probably a possibility.
You would think like or some kind of like they would have given it some kind of sedative that would have lasted for a little bit, like it wouldn't have completely like knocked it out, but. Maybe some CBD oil to calm its nerves.
Dude, how crazy is that? And then, I don't know if you saw the other one, but I think this was in Arizona.
Oh, I read them all.
Did you see the? Oh no, this is in Italy. So Italy still had how America got rid of the Barnes and Bailey. The circus.
Well, they kind of went bankrupt.
Yes, but they also got and they came back, but they've gotten rid of all the animals.
Yeah,
because people didn't like it.
They still got the freak shows though.
Yes, you can't get rid of.
Yeah, I cancel those too.
No, that's how you make a living, man.
And so, but in Italy, they still have circuses with lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, Jinx Romeo Coke, and a lion got loose, got out of its wherever it was cage or barrier or whatever it was. It was just roaming Italy, straight stalking Italy, bro.
It was just walking down. They don't think it was like trying to attack anybody. They think it was more scared. It didn't realize where it was at and everything.
Dude, can you just imagine? Look, you're a drunk guy in Italy having a good time.
I'd be pissing my pants.
And I didn't know. All you start to hear is. You hear the loudest. You're like, what? In the.
I gotta imagine there are not a lot of bears in Italy, right?
No, there's a lion.
Yeah, but there's not.
Probably not many of those either.
No, definitely not.
I can imagine those. It's like, no thanks.
And then, but
you walk out of the bar that you're in. You see a lion out there. You must be like, man, I'm not drunk enough yet. Walk right back in. Yeah, walk right.
No, but think about,
man, how much did I drink today? There's a goddamn lion out here. Looks like I'm so hammered. Starts roaring like that's pretty realistic.
And but thank God nobody got hurt. And, they didn't have to hurt the animal. But I just can't imagine you're just walking around and you see this. You got to be like, what It's like see that
it's not like one of these little tiny lines. It had a full main and everything going on.
Yeah, I mean, not the same scale, but I definitely saw a coyote pop out of Ridgemore Country Club the other night when we were driving back from the park. Ran right across the street.
you know. So by my uncle, he lives by a little bit of wood area. Me and Chris used to see this one coyote all the time, dude. It's a big.
It's like a big dog.
Pretty big
They
animal.
are pretty big.
You know, it's great. So at my work office, did I send you
Yeah, I
the?
saw
Yeah, you saw the deer. That thing was huge.
That was insane. Go
That
check
thing-
out on Instagram podcast S&P. Oh no, maybe I didn't post it. I think I did it to Snapchat, so maybe I'll post it right now. There was pretty much a full buck right outside my office window.
He looked pretty pissed at you. He looked like he was challenging you when he rutted into the ground there.
I'm going to post it right now. But there are coyotes now that are around our area, and they run in packs by us. There's at least a pack of like 5 or 6, and they all take a big old dookie on the walkway to
What a bunch of jerks.
And it was just
Is it your office?
yeah, just to show dominance.
Assert their dominance on you.
It's like what are we doing here, guys? Why
Pierre stops in the morning, drops trout, and it's like, I'll two can play this game.
Yeah, no, it's just insanity. But no, so yeah, and then I always joke with my uncle because my uncle's like, 63, and he's walking sometimes late, like on a Friday night, late at night. I'm like, you gotta be careful. These guys are gonna eat you.
Yeah, they know that you're old. They're gonna pick the old dog
Yeah,
first.
they're waiting for you.
Is this where the groin injury came from?
What's up?
Probably
Yeah,
right away from coyotes.
the only time a person's ever died from coyotes was in Canada, and it was a 23-year-old woman who, and you know how she did the worst way to die. They attacked her, got her to the ground. They didn't kill her. They ate her inside out. They started with her booty.
Joy.
That's how hyenas do it. If you ever watch,
Yikes.
yeah, if you ever watch,
It's rock when you sleep tonight.
Yeah, thanks for that image, Peter. Before
dude,
we go to
it's
bed
insane.
tonight.
If you ever don't ever go look up how hyenas eat. They're like cows, still screaming like, "Please stop! Just kill me." They don't stop to kill you. They don't care about you being dead. They just need to eat and get out of there.
Awesome, terrific.
It's like you ever see a cat like suck a mouse outside.
Oh, they'll play with it for a while.
Yeah, they'll let it go a little bit. No, get back here.
Oh yeah, when we were working on Central Park for a little bit, there was like they had a couple strays in the alley, and one of them had a mouse, and he would let it go, and he'd bring it back, let it go, and it's
Bring
like,
it back.
but you know that a lot of animals do that. That's how they train. Like orcas, they'll catch like a sea lion, and
And they'll like toss it in the air and stuff like that.
they'll let their kid, or not their kid, but their their baby. They'll let him like try to kill it and work with it.
Orcas are pretty vicious animals too.
Did you see that? You know, we talked about this a while back. How they were effing up boats. They sank another boat like 2 weeks ago.
Oh wow!
Should have been driving there.
It took them like 45 minutes to sink an entire boat. Like they just destroyed this boat.
You ever see the videos of people in river or like lakes and rivers in like they're in motorboats and like lakes and rivers in Africa, and hippos come up and they're very territorial too, and they chase. They chase at.
Are hippos one of the most dangerous? Like,
Yeah,
because
they are the
Yep.
most dangerous animal.
So territorial,
in,
yeah.
they're so territorial.
saw-
They're like you can watch them. Like there's like one where this guy has this huge ass motorboat, and this thing is just keeping
Did he
pace
have-
with this
Do you wear a
motorboat.
sailor hat?
Huh?
Do you have a sailor hat too?
He's an old motorboat.
I know you don't see the guy, but like you see like the hippo,
I saw.
and you see the guy like putting his boat full speed, and this hippo is just trekking after him.
I saw this article, and I'm by this I had the Peter McGraw where I just read the headline.
Nice.
It was evidently they are sterilizing. Evidently, Pablo
yeah,
Escobar had
yeah,
a
Colombian.
bunch of hippos, and they're sterilizing the hippos that he had purchased or something.
No, so
Oh, yeah.
so he had I believe it was either 2 or 4, and these hippos have exploded to like 200, 300 because they have no natural predators, and so they're just taking over the riverways there, and they're destroying ecosystems. And so they're trying to corral these hippos, and they're either going to give them to zoos or other places that want them,
They're sterilizing.
sterilize some of them, and they're going to have to kill some of them, just because they're over.
They're just going
yeah.
crazy.
And there's no, again, they're not supposed to be there. There are no natural predators for them.
And Pablo Escobar.
He's changed the ecosystem. It's pretty crazy. All right,
Cocaine's a hell of a drug, guys.
dude.
Apparently,
Well, America met with China. So President Biden and the Chinese president.
Winnie the Pooh.
Hey, easy. We're trying to grow a podcast
Yeah,
here.
you can't.
Trying to get us killed.
Pat's gonna get taken out
My name
next.
is Joe Keneally.
I approve this message.
They were working on a pack to because a lot of the drugs you think come from, or at least fentanyl. All that pretty much comes from China. And they're kind of working on a pact to try to reinforce like kind of some of the drug laws that have kind of fallen off the map between the two.
Oh, nice.
Because drugs are kind of an issue, boys.
Drugs are bad.
Did you know?
Is Biden aware what country he's in?
Oh, dude.
He's like, man, there's a lot of people here.
Joe Rogan had The Rock on this week, and he was talking about being a Democrat and not saying that he was a fan of Joe Biden's. And because I think everybody kind of knows like Joe's just too old. Joe's just too old to do this anymore.
True.
Joe was too old 4 years ago.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't know. It's again Trump. Trump looks like he's going to plead out in one or work with one, and who knows where that's all going to end up at. But I think he's going to run, and he'll probably win. And so we'll have Trump 20. And there's already articles out like Trump 2025, what he'll do, and all this weird stuff. It's just like it's good.
Terrific.
Can't wait for the tax changes.
Did you see the? Well, no, I think it'll probably stay the same. If he doesn't get elected, we're going to probably go back to prior to the Jobs Act.
Oh, baby, yeah, bring it back.
But if he gets elected, those will probably all stay, don't you think?
Or
Maybe.
I'll find some new ones.
Yeah, or he'll
Potentially.
screw it up even worse.
QB, whatever it's called.
QBI is here to stay.
Wait, what was I going to say though? Oh no! Then they passed the bill to fund the government, and there are a
Fuck
ton.
your shorts again.
Oh no! Yeah, the last 5 days, the market is jumped 13%. So my put got absolutely destroyed. Like bent over backwards, no lube, no grease monkey, no
courtesy
lick,
lick.
no courtesy lick. It was terrible. But the guy who's ever running the House or the Speaker of the House, they brought forth a plan to fund the government to the end of the year, and there are, I think, a good majority of like the crazy Republicans who are so mad, like ridiculously pissed off because they believe they've done nothing, which is kind of true. Congress is again just kicked the can down the road, has done nothing at all.
I mean, it's like that's what always happens like before elections like this. Like nobody wants to commit to anything.
Yeah, and then Chicago just passed a $16 billion budget.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, our mayor has I think I read that he has the lowest approval rating of any mayor this short into their term.
Is this $16 billion also with the? Is it budgeted because of the fancy new tax they're supposed to put on the city?
Well, so no, it comes to vote, so we got to start getting that going to fight that vote.
Oh, when's that come to vote?
I think it's on the next whatever, but yeah, it's got to be voted on, and we got to go and
Which
say
tax
it's
is
the
that?
millionaire tax. On the house is over $1 million tax.
Oh, I was talking about the city income tax.
The governor has to approve that. And he said he won't. I thought.
Approve the city income tax?
I think the governor has to approve a local income tax like that.
Oh, thank God.
I
don't trust.
Well, there's
I don't
the
trust
property
numbnuts
tax
down there,
or
bud.
the on the gains tax. He wants to. They put it on the ballot, and we have to go and convince people to say no to do it. Say no to that.
What's the gains tax?
It's any property over $1 million is an
yeah,
additional
okay,
tax to it. Yeah.
I remember that.
And that's to go to fund homeless stuff. And it's like, no, you already have enough money. Enough. You have $16.2 billion. You can't do. If you cannot figure out how to run a city with $16.2 billion, you need to get out of office. Enough is enough already. And
Cut salary, baby.
cut positions, cut salaries. Let's bring this down. We don't need a $16.2 billion budget. It shouldn't need that much.
Unless it's going to fund the pension deficit. I don't want to hear it.
Exactly. And then the governor in Illinois has given $500 million to help like some of the migrant stuff. But me and Chris were talking about, some of the migrant people didn't realize how cold it was going to be, and they decided to.
They're going to ask you for tickets back or to other warmer cities.
Cool.
Yeah, no, it's real interesting. Yeah, they.
What are you looking at, Pat?
That was the link. I clicked the wrong thing.
They
Wait, what's up?
I clicked the wrong thing.
They were looking.
You were looking at the map of what? Which street was
I was
that?
I was looking for something else, but it didn't. It wasn't what I wanted.
Was it related to the podcast?
It was porn.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. So they less migrants are coming up here, and more are asking for tickets to get out of here
Yeah.
because they didn't realize how there was not going to be any resources here
It's
for
funny.
them.
It's quite mild actually so far. The summer, winter.
Oh yeah, they're
Or
yeah.
fall, I guess.
Well, the big thing that shocked them was the Halloween snow. They lost their mind, and like I guess word's gone back down to like where the people cross the border that you shouldn't come to Chicago. Like there's nothing here for you, and it's cold.
Yeah.
That's factual.
I mean, it's valid. It's a valid point.
But they're still, they're still going through with making some of these tent cities and stuff. You got to wonder if they're going
I
to.
read somewhere that they only be able to stay the city for like 60 days. I think.
And then I've heard. I think this was from Lauren's mom. I could be wrong, but I thought that they're seeking asylum, and most of these are coming from countries that don't have an asylum right. So they're just going to get booted anyways.
I mean, I think Venezuela. You probably might have a claim if you're from Venezuela.
Okay, but I don't think again. I don't know
They
how
are
many.
seeking. A lot of them are seeking asylum, and it takes forever.
Yeah.
And they didn't realize how long it would actually take.
And there's not. You got to have a good case for it too. I think, like you have to go up against. You have to go and you have to plead your case. It's not very easy to do it. So I think it's going to be. I mean, as soon as they're going to be here, and I think they're going to be gone that quickly because I think just a lot of them are just going to get the boot.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be in a tent living outside
No.
the city.
No. Oh, that first. I mean, tomorrow's going to be rough. Today they're probably like, oh, it's not so bad. It'll be okay. And then
6 degrees
tomorrow it's going to be. It's going to be 40. At night it'll be in the
but
30s.
when you get to next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, where it's like 38 degrees, the high is 38 for the
and they're trying to
daytime.
get you out of the
Yeah,
police
and that
stations.
wind cuts through you.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it's not going to be good.
That wind coming from no matter what direction you're standing in, it comes.
Yeah, I can't handle the cold. This is when the wind starts kicking up. It's like
I'm not a fan of the snow. Lauren sent me something about snow today, and I was like, I literally do not want to live here during the winters. Like this is.
The wind is always what I don't like when it's like cold and windy.
I could. I'll do it.
I
with
could do it with the
cold.
cold. I can't do it with the snow.
I'll deal with the cold and windy. I don't want the snow.
Yeah,
Like,
it hasn't snowed nearly as much this year. The last few years, we'll see.
Yeah, but the older you get, the less you want to deal with snow. It just seems like they take forever now to deal with it.
Yep.
Like that snow's coming, and
People are stupid drivers.
yeah, and like all these counties and municipalities know that snow's coming, and yet they don't have a game plan before. Like they don't have trucks out there raring to go to get this stuff up.
Yeah.
They're just kind of like
Gotta pay for
wait
it,
for
baby.
it.
Someone's gotta
No,
pay
we
for
get that. But they have this in the budget. In the
Yeah.
last couple of years, the budgets haven't been used. So instead
it.
of
Please for something else.
well, I'm saying you got to keep that budget ready, baby.
When you keep raising my property taxes, or you have property taxes that are in excess of $16,000, and you can only give me one street light, and it's at the corner, forget about it, Pat Lynch.
Forget about it.
Yeah, also, Chicago does them. It's crazy how well Chicago does compared to other cities,
Yeah.
or even just cities around
Well,
Chicago.
it's because we use salt, but that also is why we have such shitty roads.
Yeah, it's
No,
true.
I mean like a lot of them, like some of the ones out there use salt too, but they're
Iowa
just
uses
really bad.
Iowa uses sand.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'll
Yeah,
tell you what sand does for not a goddamn thing.
we
Wisconsin uses
I think they use sand too.
no, they use salt like a brie, like the off the
The
cheese.
brine, yeah.
the brine off the cheese. I couldn't think of it. I was thinking brie for some reason.
Essentially,
They-
yeah.
then
No,
what
it's
is
not.
it?
Yeah, it's an next because they do make so much cheese. They just use that extra. But the problem is if the brine at certain temperatures can freeze too, though.
And then it's slick.
Yeah, the one bar in New York, the one time we went, it was raining out there. They used sand or sawdust to throw on the floor in the bar so you wouldn't slip and slide.
Yeah, that's
Didn't,
not a bad
didn't
move
really
either.
do anything too well.
Yeah.
You still got those deep rows on?
Huh?
You still got those deep rows, Chris?
There's pre-deep rows.
Yeah,
Come on, Pat, get it together over here. All right, so why don't we start with this? So we're 7 days away from Thanksgiving, 21 days from Hanukkah, 39 days from Christmas, and 46 days from 2024. That's pretty crazy. And talking about Thanksgiving, I've got some fun facts for you, ladies. 9 to be exact.
9 fun facts.
Are you guys ready?
Okay, wait.
Riveted.
Chris, be ready for that laugh button, okay?
I waited on bated breath.
All right, the first Thanksgiving. When do you think the first Thanksgiving was?
Was that not the appropriate time? The first Thanksgiving was sometime, or now Lincoln was the one that made it a holiday, I think.
It was,
figure
it was
it-
not
oh.
the 1800s. I'm sure that was way before then.
I was gonna say
It
like
would have been Native Americans. It
would be like
16
1613
something. Yeah.
or 1662.
Chris, you were so close to 1621 over a 30-day harvest festival. It included 50 pilgrims, 9 Indians, and lasted 3 days. It is believed by historians that only 5 women were present.
Oh wow!
I wonder if that was on or just 5 women came with the Pilgrims.
Probably
I would assume-
probably not that many women.
Yeah.
Oh, God, can you imagine 5 women, 50 dudes? Not good.
It's party time.
And they had no
Turkey
respect
wasn't on the menu at the first Thanksgiving.
That doesn't surprise
Yeah,
me.
probably fish, right?
No, Venice, duck, goose, oyster, lobster, eel, fish. Well, you're right. I'm sorry, fish. And were likely served alongside pumpkins and cranberries.
You ignorant.
But not pumpkin pie or cranberry sauce, Patrick.
Yeah, that's
Chris
more-
was
that's
right.
American stuff.
Abraham Lincoln proclaimed Thanksgiving a national holiday. Great job, Chris.
Yep, I knew that
Way to
one.
go, Abe. Give us a day off.
Mary
Man.
Joseph Hale, the woman who wrote Mary Had a Little Lamb, convinced Lincoln to make Thanksgiving a national holiday after writing letters for 17 years. Jesus Christ.
Persistent, lady.
Who did she write?
Persistent.
She just read to whoever the president was. At the
Yeah,
time?
because Abraham was only, I think it was a 2-term, right? And
I
died
think
in
he died
portion of
right.
one.
I think he
Yeah.
died right at the beginning of his second term.
The history of U.S. presidents pardoning turkeys is patchy. Harry Truman is often credited with being the first president to pardon a turkey. That's not quite true. He was the first to receive a ceremonial turkey from the National Turkey Federation, and he had it for dinner. John F. Kennedy was the first
Yeah,
to
he
let
really pardoned it, baby.
John F. Kennedy was the first to let a Thanksgiving turkey go, followed by Richard Nixon, who sent his to a petting zoo. George H.W. is the first president who formalized the turkey pardoning tradition in 1989.
Way to go, W.
At least he did something, right?
HW.
go, HW, yep.
There are 4 towns in the United States named Turkey. They can be found in Arizona, Texas, Louisiana, and North Carolina.
I would never have guessed that.
Yeah.
Guess what the average number of calories consumed on Thanksgiving is?
Ooh.
Okay, so your daily allotment's 2,000. I'm going to go.
This is just for the Thanksgiving meal or the overall day?
On Thanksgiving. I don't
I'm
know. The whole
assuming.
day.
I'm going to assume the whole entire day. I'm going to go 3,600
Going
calories.
2850.
4,500.
Damn, both wrong.
Wow.
Oh God, I was close.
Yeah,
I was
a
only
little bit.
900 off, but
Yeah.
that's
You
still
That's
ways
so
away.
much.
You need to hit the gym on Black Friday for that one.
Oh, yeah. Butterball answers more than 100,000 turkey cooking questions via their Butterball turkey hotline each November and December.
Wow,
Isn't that insane?
that is nuts.
I didn't know there was.
100,000.
I didn't know
yeah.
there was. I didn't know there was a Butterball.
I didn't realize there was a turkey hotline, and 2,
Now, you
the
do-
fact that many people call. I mean, people. There's something called the internet nowadays, baby. You can find a recipe.
Yeah, I remember Katrina and I, we ran some issues one year and we just Googled it and it was fine. You couldn't figure out how to get the stupid neck thing out.
Good job, Pep. The tradition of football on Thanksgiving began in what year?
Ooh.
And if you could name I'll give you extra credit if you can name the 2 teams that played.
I'm gonna go Redskins and Cowboys.
I'll go. I'll help you out in the first one. It was college.
That was college.
It was the first game played on Thanksgiving. And what year?
I'm
This
going to
is
assume
insane.
Army and Navy.
1937.
Keep going. Okay, you're out.
I'm going 52.
No, 1876.
Not even remotely close.
Illinois.
I didn't know
and
football was that
Wisconsin.
old.
Illinois and
Between Yale
Wisconsin.
and Princeton. How insane is that?
That
Football
is pretty
is 100 and
I didn't know football
almost
was that old.
It's 150 years almost.
I really didn't think football was that
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that they had football that.
The first NFL games were played on Thanksgiving in 1920.
It wasn't on TV in 20. Was there?
It didn't have to be on TV.
It was on radio.
You
Yeah.
said TV a second ago.
The tradition of football on Thanksgiving began in 1876.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
More than 54 million Americans.
Considering that Thanksgiving was only created a national holiday probably about like 10 years before that.
Yeah.
Wait, let's see. When was that actually?
It was 1865. He said.
1863.
Yeah, so like 13 years.
Proclaimed a national holiday, but it probably was going on. But yeah,
But I mean, that's still
Yeah.
crazy. Like, I mean,
that is crazy.
Probably
You're
took
right.
a few- probably took a
It's-
few years for it to spread anyways.
Yeah,
Back
but
then.
it didn't. I thought football wasn't a very. It was so baseball was super popular and football
I think like professional baseball had just like been started. I want to say basketball was like created right around that time
I didn't know
too.
football was that even old. I had no idea. I thought it was more modern than that.
Yeah. So yeah, well,
I would have
Yeah.
for sure guessed baseball was older than football.
I wonder why. I guess you look this up someday. Why football is named football when there was already European football?
Because I wanted to capitalize off the name.
Is that? I wonder if that's the only. Yeah. Because like the Cubs, named themselves the Cubs because they wanted to piggy off the Bears.
Nice.
Makes sense.
Yeah. All right.
They play the same stadium.
More than 54 million Americans are expected to travel during the Thanksgiving holiday this year. That's up 4.8% from last year. I'm not a guy who's gonna,
5%. Wow.
I'm not a guy who's going to travel during the holidays at all.
I mean, I travel, but I'm not. I'm driving, so
Yeah, no thanks.
I mean, if I was traveling, I'd be leaving that Sunday or Monday. I'd be taking like the week off.
we're doing the Wednesday and then come back to Saturday. I think.
Yeah, it sounds awful. I would, if I'm going to do it, I'd leave that that Friday and come back Tuesday.
I think Friday's probably good to travel because nobody's probably
Yeah.
traveling on Black Friday hardly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be you leave that day or leave early Saturday morning.
You guys hear the tradition? So this is kind of sad, and it annoys me, but it also I kind of get it. They're trying to do Thanksgiving, like do away with the turkey tradition on Thanksgiving because I guess like over 100,000, like it's some crazy number of turkeys are killed for Thanksgiving, and those turkeys are not kept in the most humane kind of conditions, and so people are trying to do away with turkey on Thanksgiving.
So they're gonna make some other animal.
Yeah.
humane.
Well, no, I think it's like again, it probably goes to the vegetarian idea. But originally I come out and I'm like, come on, can we just have a tradition? But also it's like, all right, but we can have a tradition, but do we have to do these turkeys have to live in like a 2x2 box? Not never see
That's
daylight.
what makes them taste so good.
Never see daylight. Be force fed until they're like 40 pounds. It's like, all right, we can. I mean, we got to figure out probably a little better.
I only ever order like a 20-pound turkey. So.
But it's also hard. Like, listen, how do you feed 300 million people? It's probably not very easy. So what do I know?
Last turkey Thanksgiving, I didn't have turkey.
No.
Katrina's family they did.
He had Swedish meatballs.
They did a ham.
They went to
Why?
IKEA.
I think the one uncle didn't like turkey, so they made a ham.
So they
That's
should
his
take-
personal problem.
Yeah, they should take him out back like Old Yeller and shoot him.
Well, he was the one that did the cooking, so.
Oh,
Oh, well, then,
what if-
yeah.
so he doesn't think about anybody else. He just thinks about himself. That's a Pat Lynch. Is he your favorite uncle? Did I meet him?
We're tight, like.
Yeah, no, I get it. You probably
guy
not that
is-
tight because you both hate that each other likes themselves that much more. But you're probably as close as you can get. Is that? Did I meet that uncle or did he not?
He was there. I don't know if you met him or not.
What do he look like?
Yeah,
Let me see. Did he look like you, kind of?
No, he's got like longer hair.
Was he the one in the last row on his phone throughout the whole ceremony?
I have no idea. I didn't look at those.
Do you remember that, Chris?
There was a guy in the back row that was just sitting.
He had
on-
long hair. Yeah, that's probably him. I bet it was him. He couldn't be bothered to
pay attention.
Yeah.
He wanted to be on his phone. He needed to know who was winning that Wisconsin game.
I'm not sure. Well, some of their uncles were taking videos for the grandparents. So it could have been one of those.
Oh, it's potential.
That didn't look like that. He looked like he was scrolling.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know where
He was on his Tinder
I don't know if
profile.
he came to the ceremony or not. To be honest,
Way to go, Pat.
Katrina's family sounds amazing, by the
he
way.
was at the reception. I wasn't at the.
Okay.
After. It's
Um,
a lot
Alright.
of people, man. I can't keep track of them all.
I got last one. I'm excited. Are you okay? So here's the thing. Oh, you're not cooking. You're not going to be here,
Correct.
and you weren't here last year.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
And I'll never be here again.
No,
Oh.
I'll be here again.
That sucks for you, dude.
No.
Wait. What are your parents doing? Do they need a turkey? They want to come out, hang out.
You can ask them.
I'll ask Larry. Oh, that'd be nice. Larry, come over. I was going to ask you if you're going to smoke, deep fry, or cook it, but you're not doing the turkey, so it doesn't matter.
Not doing anything.
Chris, what do you think we should do? I watched on Drivers, Divers, and Dines. They did a turducken, but I would take out the
Pass on the duck.
The duck, yeah, because I'm not a fan of
Someone
turkey.
told me that if you smoke a turkey, that you should break the bone open and open it up and then smoke it that way.
I've done it the other way.
Interesting.
I had no issues when I smoked it the regular way. I could see that, but when you do turducken, that's what you do. You got to break the spine,
Yeah.
flatten it, and then you wrap it back up and you sew it in, and you do. I think it's chicken, duck,
And then turkey.
turkey.
Yeah.
Kind of want to do that. I don't know if I want to do
Can
it
you buy
for
it
the.
pre-made or no?
No. I would have to get the turkey, the duck, and the chicken.
It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
It's a lot of
But I
work.
don't know what else I have on Thursday.
I don't know.
Actually, I'm going to be up. Maybe I'll hit you up. I'm going to be up 2 hours in. I should be. Hopefully, I couldn't get the reservation today, but we're going to a spa up in Wisconsin on Friday.
Yeah. Where by?
I have no idea. I didn't ask questions.
You guys can do stuff
Because
together.
because I'm like 2 hours west of Madison.
Oh no, I'm not going anywhere near that bullshit. All right,
I don't blame you.
Tommy Lee, flabbergasted by the cost of cigarettes in Australia. Did you
That
guys
was
see,
nuts.
Did you see how much?
Tommy Lee,
4 packs of.
Tommy Lee, the drummer.
Yeah.
Yes. Motley Crue drummer.
Hey Pat, I send you these articles. Take 5 minutes of your
I
day.
didn't
You were
have a
not
chance-
doing
I didn't have
anything
a chance
today.
to do it.
Oh my god.
I read all of them, baby.
Maybe send him out a little early in the day too.
I was
I don't even-
on top of it.
Pat, I'll fucking put you through this table. Me and Chris will 3D to you, and I'll do the what's up.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I know.
What a clip for
You
what?
can't jump on. There's you're too.
What a clip for the podcast.
How great would that be?
Pretty good.
Oh, that would be so good.
Are you
All
gonna
right,
go
so
blackface?
No, Peter is.
wow, that's weird. Tommy Lee in Australia, right?
Yep, Australia.
On tour, of course.
Yep.
Needs cigarettes. Man, needs
Goes
a
to the
good.
7-Eleven.
Guess how much 4 packs were, Pat?
4 packs of cigarettes.
Cigarettes.
How much is a pack of cigarette here, for reference? Does anybody know?
$20, I think.
no,
11
it's
bucks.
like 12, somewhere around like $13-14.
I'm gonna go Are we talking U.S. dollars or are their money?
They will give you do it in Australian dollars, so
Okay.
you got to mark it up.
I'm gonna go $40.
Australian?
Yeah, sure.
No,
Not even
Higher,
close.
my higher low.
Low.
you are low.
Very low.
Okay. So I gotta keep guessing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I read the article.
65.
You're pretty on point there.
Is
It
that
is $62.99.
a pack? So
Yeah.
for 4 packs, it was $251.96. 4 packs of cigarettes.
Well, if that's not a reason to quit, I don't know what is.
$251.96 dollaroos.
Yeah.
Dollaroos or whatever
That's
it's
pretty
called.
good.
But also, I guess because I don't smoke, I guess it doesn't really affect me. I guess.
What is crazy is that
How much is that as tax? I wonder.
77% of it is tax, is what the article said.
Good call, Chris.
The article also said that the United States they're woefully under at a whopping 37% of the price is tax.
Good God.
I don't know anybody smokes. I just can't. I don't get it. It's expensive. You
That's
smell.
literally that's what
Kill ya.
Australia's trying to do is just prevent people
Yeah.
from smoking. And
You know, I think
They should do the same shit
damn
we
it,
do
I
with
read an
vape, too.
article. It maybe no, I don't know.
Should be the same
I
shit
don't.
we do
I don't
with
remember what country's doing this, but they're raising the age of smoking each year so that they phase it out
vape. So at some point you have to be like 100 years old to get a
to
cigarette.
be able to have a cigarette. Yeah,
wow, that's
I forget what country. I wish I would have remembered or written this down. But
That
yeah,
is pretty
That's not-
crazy.
I mean, that's. But, it's
But
not,
you know
You got to imagine
no,
that's
no.
gotta
But
be
here,
like
But isn't that like? I mean,
it's personal choice. Who cares? Well, you kind of care because it hurts our healthcare system.
Fundamentally, isn't that your right to choose?
Well, you get to choose to pay in the money if you want to.
Right, but I'm saying but you to tell them that you can't because you're
But I mean,
Oh, I get what you're saying.
I mean, that's like the argument of like, where's the government to tell you to take? You can't take this drug or that drug.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would,
yeah.
I would agree with that. I think regulating like drugs might be a better thing. People
Yeah.
will be dying of lace fentanyl and cocaine.
Yeah, but
True.
true. I feel you in that.
True.
Pat.
True.
I don't think there's a right answer there. It's just
No,
You're
there
right.
isn't,
Yeah, no, just playing devil's advocate.
But here's the thing: 80% of high school kids now they don't care. Nobody has never smoked a cigarette in their life. You know what they're doing?
vaping.
Vaping, baby, because it's the cool thing to do.
Vaping is
Way worse. It's probably right.
insanely
Yeah.
worse. It's way more addictive because it's straight nicotine. These kids they can't live without.
Smokeless, man.
Dude, if you ever seen a person who vapes, it's literally every 2 seconds. You never put the thing down.
I was waiting. I was on the train yesterday going to work, and there was a guy that was vaping like up the platform. He must have hit it like I got there. It was literally 3 minutes till the train came, and he must have done it like 4 times while I was waiting there. And everybody who does it, they do like this, like
yeah.
like real sly, like they're not trying to like anybody see what they're doing.
Yeah, that was Max in Vegas. Max did it a couple times like that. Max was like,
Yeah, he was having a different type of vape pen though.
I know.
saying, but it's
I
weird.
know what vape pen he
But
was
it's
in,
weird,
but
but
yeah.
it's weird to me. It's like, I don't-
but it's just like you're trying to be like
Yeah,
concealed.
I
It's
don't
like,
understand why they're all trying to like hide it. I don't get it.
yeah.
No, I don't either. The other thing is, and then they do the nicotine pouches. So they're all hyped up on
Oh,
nicotine. all the time.
is that what John Jacob had
The
at his
Xenons,
wedding?
yeah.
Those things
Yeah.
are weird as hell.
Is that like a
It's a dip, but it's out in this.
Yeah.
It's smokeless. It's not tobacco. It's just nicotine patch, pretty much. And like, because
Straight
nicotine's
nicotine.
it's like an nootropic. It's good for your brain.
Yeah.
But its stuff is insanely addictive.
Yeah, I'm glad I never got into the next train.
Yeah. No. All right, Chris, hit C for me real quick.
C is not going to be what you want it to be.
Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, baby.
I got to hold it, though.
Woo! How's that feel, Chris? Raise that volume a little bit.
I got to hold it.
That's all right. You got time for it.
No, fuck that.
Oh yeah. Oh, how good's that feel, Pat Lynch?
It's good to be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again here for joining us on a first time with the music back.
I don't like holding the button down. This is not cool.
Come on, Chris, keep going, baby. Hit me with some tittle bitties, baby.
The first one I have is each of the last 8 meetings between the Raiders and the Dolphins have gone over the total. The total is 46.5.
I can see the Dolphins getting that by himself.
Yeah. That's why I chose that one. Number 2, our unders are 3-0 this season in Steelers road games. The over-under, 32.5.
With
Ooh, I'm not doing that one.
I didn't like that one either. That was the one I was bitching about before we got on here.
Damn, 32 and
It opened at like 37 or something, and it
Oh.
dropped.
because
Yeah.
Watson got hurt, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they announced
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
And then the last one, is the Lions are 5-0 against the spread against teams that currently have losing records this season. They are
the
7.5 point favorites.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
And Joe did not give us a lock of the week. So Patrick, my friend,
Give us the Pat Lynch choice, choosiest choice of the century of Pat Lynch's life.
Stand by.
Oh,
I didn't realize the song got deeper here.
Get it, baby. Go. Get it. Get it. Yeah. Oh, Chris, how great was our lip sync battle last Saturday?
Brian Hamilton loved it.
Dude, it was so good.
I'm going to take the Los Angeles Chargers to beat the Green Bay Packers on the road.
And that's the Pat Lynch choiciest choice of his life forever. Hugs and kisses.
Yeah, baby. Oh, that felt good. So we got the, ladies and gentlemen, we got the Raiders.
We need to fix that button.
We got the over on the Raiders, Dolphins, unders, and the Steelers at 32.5, and we have the Lions covering the Bears.
That was an Iowa football game, 32.5.
Yeah,
Ooh.
they're getting down there.
That felt good, boys. That felt real good. All right, let's end this beautiful podcast on some feel-good stories. You know, liven it up here, Pat Lynch. You're looking a little tired over there. You don't got much going on tomorrow. You got a whole nice day. What do you got planned for tomorrow, Pat?
Oh, let them know, Pat. Let them know,
I know what you got
Pat.
planned for tomorrow, actually. I got hopefully the same thing planned.
Me and Pat are going to be serenading each other at the
Old
Dominion
I'm gonna
concert.
figure out how to stream Peter concert that he can't make it.
I'm going to get that.
We're gonna get a Facebook live stream going for Peter.
Hey, Chris, who gets to the concert first, Joe or Peter? Or here,
You know what? I'm going to say Joe because I think what's going to happen is Joe's just going to go straight from work there. Yeah, that's what I think.
That's what I thought too.
The question is Joe going to drive home from the concert or is he going to go back to his car the next day to get it?
Good question.
I'm assuming he's going to have to go back and get it because he's got to go to Notre Dame that day.
Oh, yeah, he's yeah.
Or maybe he takes it. Maybe someone drops him off at work, or he takes the train to work.
Yeah, possibly. Because
I'm not sure how he gets to the
because
train exactly, but
Notre Dame has an early game on Saturday. They have a 2:30 game.
Ooh, poor boy. All right, boys. Some feel good stories. Make it feel good. You know, the first flying car you can park in your garage lists off a maiden voyage. Meet the 200,000 Switchblade. And it kind of looks like you would think it would look.
Is that because it's called?
No, it's $200,000.
Yeah.
And it looks like a Switchblade because the wings flop out like a Switchblade.
Cool.
Interesting.
The Dominican Republic creates the
How
first.
much runway you need to land that bitch?
What's up?
How much road do you need to land that thing?
That's a good question. So I work at an airport on Thursdays, and Anthony has a plane, and I got to see the plane today. I swear to God, the cockpit was no bigger than like this like half of this table. I was like, this is insane.
Yeah, I don't do those little planes.
Dominican Republic creates first sperm whale reserve for the 200 that called the island home. It's kind of nice. Make it safe and safer.
First what? Sorry.
Sperm whale reserve.
Oh,
Reserve. So like this, probably no boats, no like people. Just let them come in and come out.
I think I missed a couple words there.
Pat only heard the word sperm.
Yeah,
he really wants some sperm. Archaeologists find 24 brown statues without equal, preserved in Tuscany for 23,000 years that rewrite history. Let me see what the hell without equal means. While excavating Roman era baths in the Tuscan hills, Siena, archaeologists have stumbled upon, quite simply, one of the most significant discoveries ever found in Italy. 25 bronze statues in perfect condition emerged, sometimes first with hands or with a head from the mud around the area, blah, 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 which haven't even turned green with age thanks to no oxygen, date back to the 200 BCE. Wow.
Damn, wow.
This is insane. You want to see one? That's pretty crazy.
That's pretty nice. Well preserved.
Yeah. Wow. All right. So I might actually read that one. Kenya.
Give it the full treatment of that one.
Yeah. Kenya flocks to fields and parks to bring in 3-day weekend for new National Tree Planting Day. That's kind of nice.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Do a lot of trees live in Kenya?
I'm guessing they're probably trying to replant.
It's kind of deserty, I think, right now.
I think I would assume parts of it are, parts of it aren't.
Savannah-ish there, maybe.
I'm assuming it's kind of a mixed bag.
There's a long-beaked creature is proven not extinct in first photos. Blows my mind after 60 years, and that looks like a porcupine with a beak.
What the heck?
That is one ugly
That's
thing.
yeah.
That looks like something you watch your nightmares.
Oh, this is kind of nice. Good Samaritan surprises strangers with kindness every day for 3 years. Is crowned UK hero with a statue.
Hell yes.
All right, let's give you one last one.
I'm not getting one of those statues.
Oh, here. Yeah, no, not Pat. Oh, you know what's kind of crazy? Oh, so here's two things. But here, we'll just see. First, advanced Parkinson's patient to walk again with new spinal implant. It's incredible. That's awesome. So, like, he couldn't walk. This other thing, I saw this video this week on Instagram where this police chief, a retired police chief, who, probably put a decent amount of people away from marijuana, unfortunately had Parkinson's. And they showed a video of him, like, without before and then after. And the after is after him taking medical marijuana.
Smoking the biggest doobie of his life.
Dude went from, like, very, like, worse than Michael J. Fox to being on a podcast, able to have a conversation. He can't have a conversation when he's not on medical marijuana.
That's crazy.
Dude, it's insane.
Does it alter his mind, though, too? I assume, right?
I don't know how the medical. I think they can take the THC, like the stuff that makes you high out of it, and just use the other parts of it.
The medicinal.
Yeah. Whatever. I don't. Again, I'm not a scientist, not a doctor, but
I mean,
yeah.
they say it's a much more safer option for pain management.
Yes, it is. Yeah. There's a whole lot of things that could come out of medical marijuana. But here's the other thing, though.
Won't let it happen.
But you got to be real careful because you could be one of those people. Somebody in Illinois, like a person was just arrested for killing his family or something because he was marijuana induced psychosis.
That's right, at least something though.
Yeah.
Could potentially, but also you could have just done too many edibles and you could just go into psychosis.
Nah.
Yeah, you got to be real careful.
Do you think is there any studies done about like how the impact of legalizing marijuana has done for the illegal sales of marijuana?
I don't think it's changed a lot because the tax is so much.
Yeah, I was saying it costs so much to buy like the real stuff, the legal stuff.
Yeah, but a lot of younger people, like older people who are okay with buying a dealer, the younger generations are going to be more apt to just go buy it at a store. Yeah. I mean, those stores are always popping. Like, it's never not busy.
Yeah, no, I was just curious if there was if there was any noticeable studies.
Yeah. Well, we should. Hey, Pet, you got two jobs.
Yeah, you got the party.
Yep.
And you got this.
You got the charity for us, and you got to figure out the marijuana stuff for Chicago. Okay.
I'm on it.
Who's still using the dealer and who's using the pop-up shops?
Yeah,
I'll do.
Get out there and then
I'll interview some drug dealers. But excuse me, sir. You might take a survey, an anonymous survey.
Don't worry, I'm not a cop.
I'm not a cop. Did you say your marijuana sales have A, increased, B, stayed the same, or C, decreased in the sense it's been legalized?
Sir, why'd you shoot me? Why'd you shoot me, sir?
Sir, it was a simple question. I didn't need to be shot at.
Ladies and gentlemen, do us a favor. First of all, thank you for joining us here on a beautiful Thursday night podcast. I am excited for this weekend. It's going to be a good one. I could use another beer, let's be honest. Do us a favor. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter at Podcast SMP. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, last weekend we got a little too into it, huh? Like,
just a smidge.
I felt it a little more than I should have.
On Sunday, me too.
I'm like, oh, ooh.
I wasn't. I tried to pretend like I wasn't because I was pissed at myself for being as hungover as I was because we didn't stay out that late. But I guess we just hit. You know what it was? Is the Bud Lights at Bub City? I bet.
Yeah. Old Crow. Nah.
Old Crow. Yeah.
A lot of beers.
Yeah. We did do a little mixing, and we didn't even have a cocktail. We didn't have any. We didn't have any hard alcohol.
We did. We had that stupid, nasty Jello shot.
Oh, okay, yeah, the one bad. Yeah, that's fair.
Mango. Who makes mango flavored fucking Jello shots?
I mean, and that band kind of sucked. But yeah, I was kind of pissed at myself when I woke up. I was like, "This is stupid. Like, how did I get? Like, what did we do last night? I feel like we didn't really." But then you think about it, and Lauren's like, "How many beers do you have?" I'm like, "Probably 8 or 10." And it's like, that's kind of a lot, dum-dum.
Yeah.
But hey, check us out on the Instagram at Podcast SMP, Twitter Podcast SMP, YouTube's Podcast SMP, and you can email our buddy here, Pat, at the SMP Podcast at gmail.com. Do us a favor, hit that like, subscribe, shoot a comment below. Do us a favor, and what can they do, Chris?
They can ring the bell.
And like our good friend said. There ain't no party like a pregame party. Joe, come back to us, baby.
Pierre's going to post a
poll. Come back.
Pierre's going to post a poll tomorrow. Vote on it if he makes the concert or not. Bye.
Joey, come back.